Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go racing once again. I'm your host, Raul Nasir from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, bringing you a late night here at the Circuit of Americas. This is the second round of the 2023 Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club IMSA Assetto Corsa Sports Car Championship. The car is out on practice right now, as we are here at the famous Circuit of the Americas, one of the newest tracks on this calendar here. Circuit of the Americas, built back in 2012, and his first race premiering then, located in Austin, Texas. We are very excited for this race coming up here. As the serious music fades out, we welcome you here out for another round of IMSA racing. Currently have a lot of drivers on track right now. Let's go check them out. So here we see over 15 drivers just about logged into the server. Let's go see who's on track right now as we join in to the Discord voice chat. And let's hear what the drivers have to say. We have 15 minutes left to go before we begin the second round here. Let's see what the conversation's about.
Well, that's not good. I know I shouldn't have changed something with my microphone.
Mic check.
Loud and clear.
You're good.
Thank you.
Bro.
Curtis, what's up?
Yeah, so first, is my mic quality the same as it was last week? Apparently it's different.
Sounds a lot better.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, so I thought 5x5 was a thing for a bad mic. Anyway, yeah, so I joined in VR. I got, like, performance-wise, I should be okay. I figured out what the issue was. But I get a, like, kind of like a real penalty disconnect type thing where, like, you've been voted to be kicked from the race.
Right, and that's only happening when you're going into VR?
Let me check what happens when I go out of VR.
Yeah.
It might be a VR-specific thing.
Didn't you have this issue before with, like, we had the VR, it didn't work, and you took the VR off and it did work? I think you've had this issue before.
So I'm gonna join in without VR, see what happens.
Yeah.
Also, Rahul.
Yes.
How are we doing this? I'm sideways. How are we doing this with the stand and start with the DPIs and the GTEs and all that?
Well, hopefully all the DPIs can qualify so at the front. And, I don't know, I would rather do a standing start here because, you know, you look at the last sector, it's very difficult to split everyone up as opposed to, like, Daytona where we had the whole banking to play with. So,
yeah,
I'm more than happy to do a standing start here. This should be very easy. Like, as soon as we get past turn one, the DPIs are gone.
100%. I'm just...
Yeah, but, the launch control, like, hold on.
DPIs just need to actually qualify, because if they're behind us going into turn one, that's going to be a mess.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to let any DPIs go through again if we did do a rolling start anyways.
Are you sure standing start would be a good idea? Because, like, the BMW I drive, for example, whenever, like, I'm revving to, like, start or, like, move,
So just against a better launch than the other cars.
Yeah, the launch control on the cars, it's not that good.
Honestly, I would say it's fine if you can beat out the GTEs, I mean the DPIs out of turn one. You're more than welcome to. Because remember, in total, like, you can race anyone in this race, but your main focus is either the GTE class or the DPI class. I've tested it out with the CPUs. And yeah, the GTEs do have a better launch if you're not using traction control in the DPI, but honestly, it should be fine. Like I said, out of turn one, the DPIs are gone. And if they're not the back straight, they'll definitely be out of there. So there's nothing to worry about with the standing start.
Okay, so I don't get kicked when I join in on the single screen settings.
So that might be the issue then.
Yeah, because I think you've had that issue in the past, Curtis.
Yeah, I feel like I remember something like that when you used VR the last time. So there we hear them talking to a couple of the drivers
last time
here.
I raced here in VR was Talladega, I think.
You did
I
Talladega
attempted to
in VR?
before. Oh yeah, that was all in VR.
That's scary.
Wow. Yeah, that is scary.
My God. I'm questioning if he's flipped the bird then at like Isaac.
How long will this race be?
This will be 1 hour and 1 extra lap.
He pulled Denny Hamlin.
Welcome everyone out here. I do see 12 of you guys joining into the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in to your
If this wasn't for a
Saturday evening, or Saturday afternoon, Saturday night.
People getting out the cars and having a fist
If you are new
fight.
around here, make sure to hit
100%.
that subscribe button. That would mean so
Maybe people
much.
throwing
We are on
hands every
course to
race.
300 subscribers.
All right, so I'm
It'd
gonna
be
join
awesome if we
in
can hit that goal.
VR without using
Maybe
VR
this
juice
race,
that I
maybe
have.
next race,
That
who
might be
knows?
useful.
What kind
Stay-
of mic you have, Curtis?
We're at the Circuit of
close
Americas.
to.
We're gonna let these guys talk for a little bit longer on their own so they don't interrupt us here. But we're here at Circuit of the Americas. We're at night right now. This race is going to be about a 12-15 hour race simulated. This race in our time is going to be 1 hour long. But in the sim, these guys will be driving through a full about 12-15 hour. We're not gonna let them do the full 24 hours. Did you see Spine in the chat? Hello, Spine. What's good? So yeah, this race, about 12-15 hours simulated in game, and for us, that's only going to be 1 hour. So IMSA is very different to the other couple of races we've been running throughout the year. So to basically explain it, we got 2 races going on in one whole on one track. So to begin this off here, we have the GTE class. The GTE class are these GT kind of like cars that you might find exotic like on the streets. Here we see the Porsche 911. Who else do we have here? In the pits, we have the Aston Martins. We have a BMW. Let's get a better angle. There we go. Here we go. So we have the BMW M4. We have the Aston Martin Vantage. Another BMW there. There we see the Corvette. And the 4GT. And there's the last car, the Ferrari. The Ferrari 488 GTE. So these cars you might find on the streets, depending on where you live. Or you might get lucky. And then we have the prototypes. We have the LMP2, or is known as the DPI, as you heard us calling it, the Daytona prototype, which includes 2 manufacturers, the Cadillac VLMDH, and the Acura LMDH here, as you see Kadeem Mohammed piloting that car there. But in total, we have 19 drivers, but 2 races to decide 2 winners, 2 top 3s, 2 pole positions, and as you heard, we are doing a standing start, so that means the drivers will be staggered, as opposed to IRL, where the drivers are rolling onto the track and going from there. So we have a couple of drivers here. Looks like they're racing each other. We see Tavar Clark, Cale Van Roper, and Kirill Chevette all in the Porsches. We did have our very own Klaus Clint design some liveries for us, but unfortunately we tried to get it working, but it's just not been helping us here earlier today. So Tavar, Kirill should have liveries. They don't, as well as I think just behind them. Oh no, I think he disconnected. Marco Akmazda. He does have a livery as well. We're having a little bit of issues, but they are beautiful designs. If I can get some pictures, I will show them. Actually, you know what? I think I can. So apologies as well if I do sound a little bit stuffy here. I've caught a bit of a cold here, but hopefully that does not hamper the viewing experience for you guys here. We're just gonna take a look at our official Discord. So this is what our Discord looks like, our communication stores. Here is Akmazda's car, the white, purple, and pink here. Done by Hayden Clampett for Sunset Outrun. Beautiful livery, I must say. Just looking up here, who else do we have? We have Klaus, and his livery for Jaden Harrison. This was supposed to be for the Cadillac. Once again, we are working on it, but these are the shots we have on here. Brandon, we do have his livery loaded up. It is the Guelph livery, and Tavar cannot get that thing done, but the purple and white number 13, who says 13 is an unlucky number, and we also got beans in there. All right, too much. Too much lore. All right, back out on the track here. 20 drivers out. 7 minutes to go. The Porsches scream loud here in Texas for the second round. Let's get some music back on here. As we have a championship to decide. It's only round 2 of 12, but every single point matters. If you missed out last week, you really are going to watch the Daytona 500 virtual, and what a race that was. Daytona giving us another classic. And I just loved every moment of that race. After this one, you can go ahead in our channel. Go ahead and watch that one. Go through all the best parts of it. Oh, it was such a good race to watch out here. Just going to drag this down so you can see the different classes. As we have 21 drivers logged into the server. Happy to see everyone join us. Let's jump back in the Discord, shall we? Listen to what the drivers have to say. If you are new into the stream, once again, make sure to hit that like, that subscribe button as well.
Yeah, I'm sure they have enough to repave it. I just think they don't want to right now.
All right,
As we are getting ready to go racing. We are missing a couple of drivers in here.
Look.
I think we just lost Kadeem Muhammad as he's rejoining.
It's a big TV.
Klaus Clint sadly will not be joining us here today.
55-inch.
And we won't be seeing Klaus for a while.
I actually have a bigger field of view with this.
Can't wait to see our local Viking return very soon.
You need to exercise. If you can.
Roper, I'm not too sure. Is he in the server? I think he's just rejoining now. We have Lance Nasir.
By the way, can anyone
David Scoran.
see me? So Marco with the red sun.
No, the livery. Yeah,
okay.
the livery's not working. We were trying to get working on that, but we did show some pictures on the stream just now of your car.
Ah, okay, thanks. I only thought it was my problem, so.
No, it's a couple of Porsches. Yeah, yep. Dylan.
Is qualifying in night or day?
Morning. So yeah, just about day. As soon as when you joined the practice server when it first came up, that's the weather.
Sunrise, got it.
Sunrise, yeah.
Nice and blinding.
Yep. So there we see Martin Toth going a little bit quicker. Taking you through basically the different characters you have here. The drivers.
Is teleporting.
Who's teleporting?
Who's
teleporting?
Tavar.
No, you are teleporting, not you.
I'll take a look at both of you. So you do have a couple of lag spikes between two of our drivers here. Tavar Clark. Let's go take a look at him now. There is Tavar. There is Kirill.
Should be a good race between GTs. All very close at time. Except for Marco, obviously.
So Tavar and Kirill, both of your pings are the same, basically about like 100 each. So it might have just been a small little spike. But like I said, we'll take a look at it in the race. And just for a quick announcement for everyone, please make sure you close any extra tabs. Anything on your computer that does not need to be open other than Discord and Assetto Corsa. You can even close out Content Manager. Just to get the best performance out here on track. And if you are struggling with frames, if you go to the general chat, you check the pinned messages, I have linked a CSP settings which should help for high frame rate. So 3 minutes left to go here in practice as we're on board with Kirill. Let's jump out the car. Qualifying will be in the morning, so you will see this track in the beautiful sunlight. Let's see the cars go by. Qualifying will be one shot. It's going to be a 6-minute long session where you're going to be the only one on track. Just enough.
Oh my god, the Porsche dominance.
It's okay.
Maybe someone sent
Danny Nasir goes up into P3.
If anybody's sandbagging, it's gonna be Martin Webster. he'll look slow, then all of a sudden he'll be leading the race and win it.
Okay, I will.
Why did I not take the Porsche, bro?
or Martin will hit the wall on lap 1 and somehow come back and win the race.
Hey, there might be an incident in turn 1. Who knows?
Oh, I will not. I won't put that past. Not happen.
Let's check
I
out
don't
pit
think
road
anyone
here.
would put that past them.
I wouldn't be shocked to see a wrecked her.
Also, trust me, the BMW is just as quick as the Porsche. It's just nobody took it. I support the BMW. It is a very quick car.
Porsche
Just,
is better.
just gotta have the right driver, I guess.
You see the cars.
I would
in
just like
the
to
pits
point
here.
out I am not that driver.
You're not that guy, pal.
We got 21 guys in here. It's a good amount. You'll love to see it.
Brandon, you're the
Awesome.
defending winner, all right? So you have to win this race, because everyone's going to be after you regardless.
Yes.
That's a little
You
spoiler
better step
alert
on the
for you
gas,
guys.
Brandon. Your time's looking a little bit slow.
Brandon did win the Daytona 500 Virtual, the most
I've got you in my
unexpected
sights.
driver to take that race
Martin
win out
Thomas.
there. Taking a look at the chat now, saying hi to everyone. Azad Hassan, Sebastian, Hurricane
I better go for
Emily,
my
I
brother's
believe that's
strategy
Sean
on
Lee there,
this.
and Hayden Clampin.
Is it almost time for NASCAR?
Actually, it's snowing, so no.
No, I know. I meant in the Assetto Corsa. I know they canceled the real life, unfortunately. I was looking
Hard
forward
into
to
the
the
wall.
race. Now it's snowing in the desert.
Catch on board one of these cars, but I think we're having a bit of issues with our Joan camera here. There we go. Got that working now. There you see the timing screen up here, which actually is working, surprisingly. Very detailed mod here. There you see the sky up there. Beautiful clouds and all that. Thank you to Pure and the modding team for Assetto Corsa for making this game just look absolutely stunning at times. Who's out on track there? 3, 2, 1, and that is going to conclude practice. As we see Martin Toth, Kadeem Muhammad, and Danny Nasir, the top 3. Alright, with practice complete, if you guys want, you can just quickly head out on track if you want to test out your practice starts. Might be the best time to do so, since this will be a standing start.
Need more brake bias.
We can't go out.
Are you not able to?
No.
Alright, I think if you cross the line or you teleport to pits, it might be locked in for you.
Yeah, it just throws you to the ground.
What the hell?
You're not allowed to drive. Sorry.
It's stupid.
Alright, so...
Remember, guys, we're live.
Yes, we are. Let's be all family friendly. As we see
No.
That's right.
the Ford GT. Who is that?
I
Just
don't
taking the
like that
hairpin.
shout.
Setley. As the sun comes up once again.
Daniel, you just barely made it, so we haven't even gotten into the qualifying wait timer yet, so...
You got time.
Looking on track here. Who's this? There we see Brandon Smith. Like we said, the defending
Oh my
race
goodness,
winner
look
here
at
so far.
guys is in this server.
Yeah.
So many of us today.
You'd love to see it. You'd
Yep.
love to see the amount of people.
We love to have everyone come together.
I'm totally in trouble.
Come together into a wall. That's how turn 1's gonna go.
Please no Pantorino Juma.
I'm just gonna stare in my rearview mirror the whole time. Just watch for cars to be diving up the inside.
My brain is going to be watch your jet the entire front straight at lap 1.
I think we're just 2 off for beating our most amount of drivers in the server.
Seriously?
Yeah, we're at
Well,
23.
always-
I think it's 25 that's the most.
We're almost beating IndyCar. Oh my god.
I'm surprised we're getting up to NASCAR numbers. I really thought Daytona was going to have a lot more. Ooh, nice drift there.
Let's hope we can maintain this consistency, am I right, guys?
No. Kidding.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are tuning
It's
in,
a road
welcome
course.
to the
I'm in
stream.
trouble.
Qualifying
Brandon.
coming up now. We're going to be
You
able
just gotta
to
believe and then
watch the live
maybe hit a
timing
wall or
screens.
two.
Are you sure a standing start?
Also, reminder for everyone about lapped cars. Make sure you can overtake. Make sure you can allow them to overtake in a safe manner. The car behind what's lapping you has to execute the overtake safely, but at the same time, we need to at least give them a chance to have a bit of space to get past.
See, that just sounds boring. I rather just wreck them.
You only live once, so
Somebody wants to go bowling in turn 1.
I want to get a strike.
Nice.
Easy class is just all Porsches. Oh my gosh.
It's okay, Curtis.
Curtis, it is literally.
There we see the cars in the pit lane. The guys having a bit of banter in the chat.
Porsche, me, Michael, Martin.
Do you guys know this photo from Le Mans where it says nobody's perfect, like
Oh
top
my
10?
God.
That's exactly what you guys pulled off.
No, so we get a photo of it if it's like that at the end of the race.
You know what? I'll make that. If we get like a top 9, that's all Porsches, I'll definitely make that graphic.
It's the German invasion part 2.
No one's perfect, CMRSC.
I mean, yeah, BMWs as well
not
with
racing
German,
today?
so.
Nah,
What
Klaus
is
will not be
5 minutes?
racing.
Guys,
Quali will be 6 minutes long.
He has to get ready for his vacation, Martin. I have lost.
No,
Alright, interestingly, alright. Give me 1 second, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna restart. Yeah. Give me 1 second, guys.
What'd you do?
Hold on. Just one moment.
Hey, I'm in first place.
Bye, guys.
I'm not going out there.
Alright, we're gonna quickly restart the server. Give me 1 moment, and we're gonna jump straight into qualifying.
Damn, dude.
Let me just save the setup real quick.
That's a good
Yeah, save your setups. That's a great idea. My apologies.
Unbelievable.
Hey, man. Alright, hold on. Just give us 1 moment here. We're gonna put it back into single car. I don't know why. I
Thank
did that.
God.
Oh my God.
Wait, we're only doing single car qualifying?
Yeah, it's not. No way it's gonna be multi-car.
We literally just had about all the GTEs come out and just go, wait a minute.
I lost audio. I have 2,000 ping.
Yeah, leave the server. Everyone leave the server. Hop out.
My ping is a little high.
And having a little bit of technical difficulties here.
Ah,
Just gonna get that sorted out.
I understand. You don't want to see chaos. I understand.
Or did we have a server
You're
restart?
right. Yes.
Yeah,
Just give it 1 moment. Don't join yet. Don't join yet.
I mean, if we had to, I would literally take footage from it and put Mr. Blue Sky over it because that's content.
I think Dylan is the local Ross Chastain.
What?
You're
What's that
like
supposed
the
to mean?
Ross Chastain of this group.
What is that supposed to
Because
be?
I could easily see you trying to pull off a Hail Melon type thing. It's like all you want is chaos.
Where do you hail melon on here of all places? All right, server up.
I'm
Server
just
up.
saying,
Yeah, he knows he can do
Server
it
up.
for
Hop in,
Phoenix,
hop
but
back
he
in,
knows
guys.
it's not in the rules.
It's not in the rules, but you know what? My brakes failed, so I'm sorry.
Gonna Chastain at Phoenix.
I pressed my
anyway.
brakes as hard as I could, but they just simply didn't work.
Sorry, my steering wheel went straight for the whole part of sector 1.
There's nothing I could do.
My wheel was only at a 10-degree angle for the entire second half of Phoenix. I am sorry.
All right, everyone, jump back in the server. It's now up. It's now up. There's just 2 minutes in practice. So we can file back in, everyone. Apologies for that. We should be good now. And apologies to everyone on the stream side. Just a bit of technical difficulties. We should not be seeing the cars come out on track. That's only for special occasions, like we're going to see next week. For the 7th round, I believe, for the DTM World Championship. All right, as soon as we get everyone in, I'm just going to skip the server and set qualifying. And we're going to go back into the live timing sheet so we can watch qualifying for real this time. We see 14 of you guys joining into the server, just getting ready for some qualifying action in the form of a lot of numbers and words. But don't you worry, the racing is coming up very soon. Is everyone here? Are we ready to go? we missing anyone? Hello?
Marlon is in now.
Oh, Marlon. Oh, perfect. You know what? We had a reason for restarting. There we go.
Of course, there's always a reason.
Are we all good now?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get this show on the road.
I went crazy. I went on the track.
All right, guys, remember we're live.
Alakazam. Qualifying has begun. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
You're running late.
Let the games begin here. And let's begin official qualifying. With qualifying underway, I will take you guys through this qualifying kind
Can we get
of
out?
timing screen. Yes, you are able to drive out the pits now. You're going to notice that it's only going to be you on track. Don't worry about that. You have 6 minutes, about 2-3 laps to put in a fast lap time for the race. DPIs, please put in a lap so you guys can start at the front, or else you're going to have not the best of times to start in the back. So as the drivers come out on track, it's chaos already as they're all bunched up. So this track is very long for the GTEs, as they have a lap time of 2 minutes. And I believe did I just see a car just go out on track again? Or am I losing it? I swear I just see a car go out on track here. Excuse me? Who's that? Yeah, I do see a car. Who is this? I think we're lucky enough to see a car. That's fun. Who's on track here? It's Kadeem Mohammed. Are we able to spectate all the other cars? I'm curious. No, we're not. So that's very interesting. So at least we can have one car on track. Let's go on board with them as we watch the times. That's very interesting. I never knew that could happen. You learn something new every day. We have some drivers on track. Some of them still in the pitch. Jaden Harrison on pole, followed by Cole Bradbury and Martin Webster. Your top three so far. Martin Toth and P4. There we see more times coming in. DeVille Park, Daniel Tabener, Tavar Clark, Luca Andretta, as we watch on board with Kadeem Mohammed. So, taking a look at the list of drivers on here. We see Jaden Harrison is purple in the first sector. Toth looks like he's quicker in the second and third sector. Reminder, guys, in the chat that we are going into racing in just a moment. 3 minutes until we see all 23 of these cars on track, ready for action. This is your final chance. Get something to drink, get something to eat. Grab a blanket, sit tight as the storm is approaching. As we watch Kadeem Mohammed now on the small screen here, we can see him now going on his flyer. So we can just have a small little sneak peek of him. So Harrison going through the third sector. And not too much to say right now other than we can watch Kadeem Mohammed. As I see now my name actually loads in. So Kadeem looking very clean. Oh, I see that it just goes a little bit wide there. Using a lot of engine braking out, going up this hill here. A lot of drivers have entered the pits. The top 10 are actually in the pits. Jaden Harrison extends that pole position. That might be just on my screen here, but not on here. And Martin Todd takes that one and puts it on provisional pole. They'd have one more lap to go. Danny Nasir in P3. Ooh, look at that. Calvin and Roper up into P4. What a time from him. Tavar Clark, P5. Pushes down Martin Webster, now in P6. Luca Andretta, P6 now, pushes down Webster. Check this out, more times coming in. Mark Ek Mazda, P4. More times at the bottom, more of them shuffling. Marlon Young, P9. More times coming in here as time is ticking. And we are just about to say 1 minute to go. Everyone's on their final lap, it looks to be. We look at Kadeem now on the small screen here. Still in P18, yet to put in his flyer. But he's on the last couple of corners. 2 corners to go. We look at the small screen here. That's one of them. Coming up to the final corner now. He's going to have one more lap. But let's see what this first lap is. He rotates the car. He comes across the line. That's going to be a time of a 1:05. Looks to be no 3:22. No, it's an invalid lap. Interesting. As we see there, looking at the timing sheets, nobody goes purple yet. Can we see anyone go faster? Green is where you definitely want to be, but purple is unknown territory, where no driver has gone faster than. But the checkered flag is out. That's it. Martin Todd, Jaden Harrison called it quits, takes it into the pits. Danny Nasir as well. Marco Ek Mazda, Cale Vaden Roper, Tavar Clark, Luke Andretta, Martin Webster still out on track. Michael McName keeps that car into the pits now. The drivers come around the final turn. And we see Cole up into P8. Martin Webster, P7 for him. Pushes down Luke Andretta. Any more times? Can they come in now? A lot of drivers coming around the final corner. What is this going to be? Luca pushes down Webster. Moranti, P12. Tabiter, P15. Young up into 11. Couple more drivers around the final corner. What a qualifying this is. We take a look back on the main screen here. Of Kadeem Mohammed. Let's see what Kadeem do. He's still P18. This is going to be his first valid lap. He comes around the final corner in the Acura. Across the line. P3. What a time from him. He pushes down Danny Nasir. And in a last-ditch effort, he gets up into the top 3. We congratulate our top 3 now. All right. Wonderful qualifying out here. I think we still do have 1 or 2 drivers yet to come across the line now. But we say congratulations. Our top 3 for the prototypes. In first, we have Martin Toth. In second, we have Jaden Harrison. And in P3, Kadeem Mohammed. In the GTE class, on pole position, it is Marco Akmazda, followed by Cale Vaden Roper and Tavar Clark. That's your top 3 from both classes. Congratulations to you guys.
Martin, you literally came out of nowhere with that time. Jesus.
1 minute 53. Jesus.
That's a course record. I don't think it beats the actual IRL time in a DPI. I can check that.
Dog, what is your gaming showing?
But that's qualifying.
How many laps will we have?
No clue. Maybe 30? 30?
It's a 1 hour race, so no one knows.
20 laps.
It's going to be about 28 to 30.
I don't even know how much fuel I need, because of course this game you need to do 2 laps to get fuel calculations. I don't see why that's needed, but...
The strategy in this race is definitely a pit stop halfway through.
Remember, both of your fuel tanks are different for the DPIs and all that. DPIs and GTEs, your strategies are going to be completely different.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I think a GT can make it the whole way on fuel.
But the tires are going to get destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm half stinting, half stinting, pretty much.
So we look at the
I
grid
think
right
it's
now.
crappy start because of traction control, dude.
I'm so disappointed. My time. That time was terrible.
Hey, the race is where it matters.
Yeah.
Honestly, that surprised me with that one, Dylan. You were in front of me, and then
I just couldn't get it. I just couldn't get the stick. I was sliding all over the place.
So was I. This is hilarious. You guys get to see the comedy of me and Daniel's cars on track for the first time.
Well, I got to start. Wait, Carl, have I got a flat start? Standing start, I mean.
Standing start, yes.
Yeah, why are you worrying? You're a standing start specialist. Why are you complaining?
Honestly,
Yeah, and 5 minutes ago I was asleep on my sofa. So, like.
Not my problem.
Guys, let's keep it clean in turn 1.
It might be a blessing in disguise I didn't qualify very well. I'm in the back now, where I can avoid all the chaos in turn 1.
I mean, as long as you don't John Cena turn
There's
1
your
anyone,
top
we are fine.
10 there. Let's look at the
Well,
top.
Well, don't worry.
Wait,
We've been
I'm
together
fearing
from
all my
11,
life.
so we'll be like friends throughout the whole
20.
race.
The last couple of drivers that we're
I'm
going to go through in
disappointed.
just
I was
a
disappointed
moment.
by lap time. I'm gonna be honest, Curtis.
Same goes for Curtis. I expected him to be.
I expected like a 206, and then I felt like I was driving on ice.
I had a 206, but I messed up like the final sector.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I just learned how aggressive you can go over the curbs on the lap after I finished. So that shows, I mean, I thought, the last time I tried this was F1 2022 with a bunch of my friends. So
that's
I was used
entirely
to those
different.
track limits.
Yeah.
Yeah, the track limits are way different here.
They're a lot more strict.
And the drivers out on
Okay,
track.
time to kill my CPU in the start.
Yeah.
It's 25 laps, right?
It's an hour-long race, so for the GTs, it's gonna be about 28 to 30 laps, give or take a few.
And there are
By the way,
cars lined
guys,
up.
for the GTEs, when DPI coming up, just stay on your line. Don't move. Just be predictable.
Yeah. I mean, that's self-explanatory.
You guys
And
are free
also
to communicate with each other in the Discord as well.
And
Did all-
also DPIs, please do not just send it
Did
anywhere.
any DPIs qualify behind GTE?
Yeah, I see.
I got
see
Lance
one.
back here in 17th. Lance is
This,
behind me.
this is why it's best to do a
All right,
rolling
that's
start.
fine.
to-
No, that's fine. We've had it before.
Lance, please don't kill us.
No.
Let's try.
That's okay. He's the only one who knows about the patience. He'll be fine. I trust him.
I didn't get any practice.
Why is the wait so long? God damn, I want to go racing now, dude.
You got a minute and a half.
It
Patience,
strikes fear in you before you start.
All the
Come
drivers,
on, I drank some water.
all the drivers, all hyped to get racing going. Everyone in the chat live is ready to watch some action go down. It is the 2023 Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club IMSA Assetto Corsa Sports Car Championship. We are at the Circuit of Americas, and this race is next. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It is round number 2, live at the Circuit of the Americas. We are here in Austin, Texas. 30 seconds left to go. The grid is stacked. We look at them now. We have Martin Todd, Jaden Harrison, Khadib Mohammed, Danny Nasir, Marco Ekmazda, Cale Vader Roper, Tavar Clark, Luca Andretta, Martin Webster, Cole Bradbury, Marlon Young, Michael McName, Curtis Gregory, Dylan Moranti, DeVille Park, Daniel Tavener, Lance Nasir, Brandon Smith, Seth Lee, Mikhail Charles, Kirill Chavets, Ricardo Gomizia to round out your grid. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slides, and we go racing! Good start from the 2 guys ahead, the 4 guys, all in the GT, the DPIs, the GTEs, all getting clustered together now, and he spins, Lance Nasir almost gonna get to contact, maybe with 2 of the cars at the back, but we keep it green up front here. now the DPIs are already out of here. They're going to be booking it. But there you see the GTE cars. This is where it's already going to get close. Let's take a look on trackside now. Jaden Harrison leads them off after turn 1, I believe. Yes, he does. Martin Todd not too far behind. Lots of battles going on back here. Let's listen in to the voice chat here as we're not missing a bit of action. But check this out. Martin Todd on the rear now and looks to the outside. Can he get the move done? He keeps on the outside. It's Cadillac versus Cadillac. Has he got it? On the inside now. Jaden here to defend. Martin Todd having to switch back now on the outside. Again, not the preferred line, especially in this tight section here. He stays on the outside though. Can he get the move stuck? He spins it. How spins it? Can he recover? No, he does not. Martin Todd, the championship leader, already spinning it. Now in last position almost. No, Lance Nasir still in the back. Spins as well in the back here. Daniel Taverner also off track. Chaos ensues. There we see Petit Mohammed on the outside. Danny Nasir on the inside. Two of the Acuras now battling it out with each other. Martin Todd behind them now. There's a front row seat to the action just ahead. Chance to go for the switchback of dreams. Kadeem Mohammed cannot get it done, but he's going to claim the fastest lap of this race here. Luca now behind two of our famous Jamaicans here. Cale Vaden Roper and Tavar Clark. 2/10 the difference now between Dylan Moranti and Marlon Young. Dylan now commits to the move. Can he get it done on the inside? Can he get the car slowed down? Just about. He's not going to get the move done. And he's going to tuck right back behind him. Back up front, though. There we see Martin Todd way closer now. Splitting up. Both of them goes through the middle. Martin Todd, what a move. Gets 2 and 1. Twice the fun. Martin through the middle. What a move. As we catch that just from the back of it. Danny Nasir. What's happened to him? Has Danny run out of fuel, possibly? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what's happened to him, but he's losing out in the standings. Did he run out of fuel? Did he forget to set the strategy? I don't know.
Come on, dude.
My bad. Sorry, locked up on me.
Let's keep it racing, guys. Danny, do you have an issue?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. The car just stopped moving.
You ran out of fuel.
Fuel. I ran out of fuel?
I think so. Your engine is not on. No, the engine is on. Is it the pedals?
I think it's the pedals.
Yeah, try reconnecting that. Yeah, try reconnecting it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, during a yellow, you could get your lap back. So, Danny Nasir, early trouble for him. Marlon Young on the inside. Daniel Taverner losing it out now. Come back to the front here. Tavar Clark might have made a mistake as well. As we look at the background, getting all squirmy there is Cale Vaden Roper. As we have a long train of cars. Right here, this is your battle for P5, P6. Just about P6, I'll say. Look in the back here. Ooh, Lance Nasir trying to make some moves now early on into this race. He did start in the back, did not get much practice. DeVille Park trying to send it onto the inside. Oh, he's committing it this one. Turn 1, perfect opportunity for... Oh, I would say passes, but incidents can also occur. All right, incident between Dylan Moranti and DeVille Park. That will be reviewed after the race. Danny Nasir still on the side of the road. Oh, Lance Nasir off the track there. A lot of drivers already running off through the S section here. Comisia tried to make some positions on the outside. And does get it done. Kirill Chavets now. All the drivers squirming around the track here. Ooh, contact between Mikhail and Kirill.
Hey, bro, leave me space.
Oh, there you see Kirill saying, please leave the space. All the time you have to leave a space. Kirill now does get it on the inside, though. Lance this year does have a bit of work cut out for him. There's a lot of cars behind him, but Daniel Tabaner, what a run! Off of corner exit there on the back straight. Lance this year, let's not worry about him because we know he's going to be completely checked out of that one. Look in the rear camera now. Does Kirill lick the stamp and send it? No, he's going to have to tuck back in. Mikhail Charles, ooh, trying to avoid Lance this year as they're all squirming back here for position.
An arrow here.
Ooh, Mikhail sliding that Aston Martin. Just about keeping that alive. A lot of cars so slow off corner exit, you gotta say. Ooh, incident between Martin. What's that?
The server is giving me cut track, so I'm gonna give me a penalty, but the real penalty isn't giving anything. I have one cut track there.
Real penalty should give you 5 cuts.
Yeah, but the server is also giving me cuts.
Yep, that's fine. Just gonna have to
so
lift.
I'm gonna get a penalty.
Yeah, you just have to lift before you get to the line.
Roger.
Ooh, Daniel Tabaner losing the back end out of turn 1. These drivers already having a horrible time out here. But we look back at our top 3 now for the DPI class. Jaden Harrison has been leading this one, but Martin Toth has finally caught up with him. Kadeem Mohammed has now been running back into this. Danny Nasir, we're happy to say he's back in it. He's a lap down. Race officials will give him his lap back if there were to be a caution to come out. Lance Nasir off the track now. We go back up front here. This is for the lead for the whole race, ladies and gentlemen. Jaden now under pressure slowly. Kirill Chevets. Has he got the move done? Yes, he has. As now he's side by side. Mikhail Charles now tucking in. Does he look to the inside now? He actually is. Can he get the move done here? Or is he going to tuck in? No, he's going to commit to it. Hard on the brakes. There they go. Kirill now switched back. He's on the outside. Mikhail on the inside, but it's a very tight on line for him. He's going to go very deep. And just like that, Kirill now back on the outside. Great racing from these 2 drivers here. Oh, it looks like Mikhail is actually running it too tight. Hard into the wall. Mikhail Charles Lance Nasir. Contact.
Oh, I see that retard, this.
Lance Nasir causing contact with Mikhail Charles. They're just trying to move through here. Lance Nasir still down at P19. There we see Marlon Young side by side with Curtis Gregory. Onto turn 1. Marlon going very deep. A lot of moves being made up here as we see Cole Bradbury getting the move done on Calvin and Roper. Marlon Young has another chance there through the S section of the track. Curtis really hustling that Chevy as he stays ahead, but unfortunately for him, he has 2 very hungry X-Play drivers on the rear. Martin Toth, we didn't see it, but he did get the move done on Jaden Harrison. So Martin Toth, your new race leader, is already extending that gap way faster than Harrison right now. So here we see on board with Martin Wetzer now, currently following the 2 drivers ahead. One of them is his teammate, the other one is Curtis Gregory. But it looks like Martin is actually going a little bit quicker than Marlon here. Of course, both of them in the X-Play shop down in Guyana. Both of them working together as they're right beside each other, in fact, right now as we speak, racing with. giving each other call-outs, how to attack each other. Sometimes we hear them give us some famous lines when it comes down to Multi-21. But Curtis now just trying to get away from these guys. Curtis was leading. Runs very deep, almost losing the back end. Curtis, I was gonna say, he led the entirety of the Daytona 24 a couple weeks back and only just lost out on the final restart. Curtis still running strong here. Now into turn 1, very deep. Marlon Young goes. Webster does not choose to battle with his teammate. I believe they're both trying to work together, getting past this Corvette as soon as possible. We take to the skies in the drone. Bird's eye view of this battle. This is your battle for P9. The GTEs all together now. There you see Marlon Young trying to find a move done. No, he cannot. Still working the Aston Martin. As Lance is here making some moves on Mikhail Charles. Martin Toth puts in the fastest lap of the race. A 1:55.0. Already trying to extend this lead. Marlon Young now on the outside of that curb there. Where is Martin Webster? Looks like he's fallen back just a little bit. Not even taking the slipstream, interestingly, there. But he has his own car to worry about in the likes of the other Jamaican who's just back there. DeVille Park. Ooh, deep on the brakes. Goes Webster there. And has actually gained a lot of time on his fellow teammate there.
Normal to you? Am I driving smoothly on your screen?
I can take a look.
Yeah, you've been pretty good. Was it Dylan?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been pretty good.
Ooh, Curtis running wide. Through corner exit there. Marlon still staying close. Curtis still heavy on the defense. Not able to extend. There you see, he always loses it out on that second to last corner there. But looks like both drivers are equal on pace when it comes to the straights. But Marlon is just a little more confident on the brakes than Curtis is. But by doing so, he's still being held up by Curtis. He needs to send the move down on the inside from one of these hairpins. He also needs to get this S section correctly here. It's a very tricky first sector. As we watch the guys just manage to go through, you see Martin Webster losing a lot of time. You go wide just with one part of this track, it's done for you. You're already losing out. DeVille Park not too far behind, really close to the guys ahead. Marlon Young, however, trying to set up a move now. Curtis goes into the corner. Ooh, there you see Daniel Taberner on the grass.
Just wow.
Michael McName, just saying wow. Not too sure what's happened with them. Danny Nasir catching up to these guys here up ahead. Back down in this battle here on the back straight. Curtis now not defending. He's actually missed the apex completely, and he's gonna have a really bad run from corner exit now. Marlon Young all over the rear. Where can he get the move done? Does he wait and set it up for the front straight? We have 45 minutes left to go in this one. Driver's eye for Marlon Young. We actually swap back right now as we see side-by-side action between Kelvin and Roper and Luca Andretta. Luca now on the inside, gets the move done on Kale. Both of the Porsches fighting for P7. Let's see what Kale can do for the fellow Swiss driver. Last week, I accidentally called Luca the Swedish driver. Apologies for that. He is from Switzerland. The Jamaican now, what can he do? Trying to find some sort of space. It's very tricky to even set up a move around here unless the driver ahead makes a mistake. As there we see Luca going a little bit deep. You make a mistake once early on and it just carries through. Throw the other corners. Ooh! Corner exit, a little too much curve for Luca. And he keeps it alive. Oh, he goes very wide though. And that's going to allow Kale to hop onto the inside. Still side by side. Kale now able to keep the move alive. And now ahead. Mikhail Charles, our first driver to DNF out of this one, unfortunately. Moranti into the pits. He's out. 2 retirements already early on in this one. Morant out of this one. Valhalla has lost both of their drivers. Very unfortunate there. When we look back at this battle, the Porsche is still going side by side. Luca now.
We get a penalty if we ignore blue flags.
Yes. Luca going wide. Danny Nasir finding himself facing the wrong way. Having to flick spin the car. Now Kale having to run away. Looks like he's actually got a bit of a gap with them. 1.1 seconds now. This battle is still not over yet. Martin Webster refuses to overtake his teammate, Marlon Young. We look through our current leaders now. LMP2.
So the server gave me a drive-through, but real penalty has him. Should I take the drive-through?
One moment, looking at it.
Blue flags are just gonna make me lose so much time.
Michael
It's
McNabe.
unfair.
It's the class leaders. In the other class, you're not racing them at all.
Yeah, but I still have to move out of the way. And if I ignore the blue flags, I'm gonna get a penalty. I'm losing so much time to the guy in front of me because of the blue flag.
Well, you only have to let them go if they're directly behind you. You don't have to let them go if they're miles behind.
Yeah, but I'm worried about the threshold on how long you're supposed to ignore it.
No, yeah, you're fine. You should be fine. Curtis now under pressure.
And Jesus Christ.
Let's keep comms clear now. Curtis under pressure now. So you're saying Assetto Corsa gave that one to you?
The server did, but not real penalty. So I guess Assetto Corsa.
So it was like the top of your screen, and it told you have to take a right there. Did it tell me how many laps?
After this one would be my last.
All right, yeah, take it between these two. Marlon, yep, take it anytime. So Curtis Gregory, very interesting there, getting a drive-through penalty for cutting the track. He's gonna lose out on this battle for now, but remember, a long way to go, 40 minutes left. Copy. Here we see Curtis Gregory.
I'm not gonna do that again.
Danny Nasir coming out of pit exit there. Do you know exactly what he did? Curtis now trying to get through these cars. Oh my God, side by side. Kirill Chavetz find himself battling Ricard Gomicia. The last time we saw him was back in the Bathurst 1000. Ooh, but Kirill, that front end is not sticking with him very well. Marlon Young finds himself yellow flags. Off the track, off the racing surface, just a moment there. Taining to steer behind all these drivers here. Trying to look for any sort of move. Now we can see kind of the top speed difference and see how fast that Porsche is. Danny to steer. Ooh, dive bomb, I see. Kirill getting that move stuck. But for how long? I don't think that was the right call, because he now has a whole straight to defend from. Here comes Danny. He's gonna wipe past both of these guys very easily there, as he's trying to make up this time. Trying to get back around. Ricard is going to stay behind Kirill. So Kirill gets the move stuck down. Webster!
Sorry.
Off the track. He calls out DeVille. We hear on the live radio. Chaos ensues here at the Circuit of the Americas. And we still have a lot of time to go. Only 2 retirements, Dylan Moranti and Mikhail Charles. And with 38 minutes to go, anything can still happen. One thing's for sure, Luca and Mikhail have just stayed together almost this entire race, just battling with each other. Having a good one out there. Curtis Gregory having that drive-through penalty, putting himself off of the top 3. He's going to be working very hard to get that position back. As we see Curtis now very close with the rear bumper of Ricard. Let's see if we can pass our screens there. DeVille Park now, ooh, squirming a lot off track now. He's going to let go of both of the drivers ahead of him. Danny Nasir now having to clear P10 of
Take the inside.
Thanks.
Webster there. Webster being very clear where he's going. Take a look at our top drivers here for each class. There we see
times for that to be legal, mate.
P1 is Martin Toth, followed by Jaden Harrison, 11 seconds off. Kadeem not too far behind, only 3 seconds. Lance Nasir has a lot of work to go, 17 seconds. And Danny Nasir, as he's trying to overtake Marlon Young, is currently last in class. In the GTE category, there we see Cole leading us off. I believe, is that correct? No, it is not. I don't know why I had to say that, but Marco Akmazda leads this class with 36 minutes to go, followed by our last round, this class winner, Tavar Clark, and a P3, Cole Bradbury, who you heard earlier, just saying how we're doing too much, probably weaving, I'm not too sure. Still trying to find some place to overtake. As we see the Barbadian of Kadeem Mohammed just behind them. We go on board with him, watching these battles unfold ahead of him. How does he overtake him? Goes onto the outside. He has the grip, and he's going to take both of them. They are now free to fight back once again. Kale now still under pressure from Luca. These guys have just been trading positions all race long. And looks like it might happen again now. Oh no, on the outside and a little too far off track Luca goes. But no, he still sends it on the inside. Side by side. Off of corner exit, Kale wins it. But for how long? Now onto the back straight. Looking on the drone camera here, do we see a move being done from Luca? He's slowly closing in. He pulls out just to scare him a little bit. Tucks right back in. Luca still hustling Kale along. As there we see some side-by-side action just ahead. I think that's Jaden Harrison? No, it's Kadeem Muhammad. I don't know who that's on. We cut back here. Martin Webster and Marlon Young trading positions. Are they racing each other finally? Trying to find out now. It kind of looks like they are almost. You hear Martin Webster calling out to Marlon, let me go.
Update, servo time.
What was that?
Can I get the servo time, please?
1 moment. So drivers wanting the server time. Good time to actually see what time it is. Lots of time. So time in the server. It does say 1:25 p.m.
The time only.
It's about 3:15.
Roger, thanks.
So Martin Webster calling out to his teammates, saying, let me go. He is under heavy pressure, and he's being held up by his teammates. Kirill Chavet's coming up very fast as well. Marlon Young goes deep. He allows his teammate to go through, but DeVille Park is going to take advantage of it. Just tail end of Marlon Young's Aston Martin here. What can DeVille do? He watches Marlon, sees what he can do. Kirill Chavet's now on site of the action. This is your battle for P9 now. Marlon Young, they got the moves swapped. The positions are swapped around between the X-Play drivers. But now we got the two hungry Porsches. It's Porsche versus Aston Martin, and one of them goes down. Too early on the power. It's going to allow Curtis now onto the inside to get a move done here. Side by side, there we see. Oh, Kirill! As DeVille now hits the rear end of Kirill Chavet's. He's gonna lose so many positions. Marlon Young now side by side with Ricardo Gomicia. That's a drag race down the back straight. 2x2 now, as we see in the background. McName on the inside. Contact! Bit of a clumsy dive bomb from Michael McName.
Didn't get enough rotation.
He apologizes though, but it's still going to be reviewed at the end of this race.
Is there going to be a competition caution?
No.
Someone just flagged into me, like completely.
And Cole now saying somebody drove into him. Was it Tavar possibly? Not too sure who that was.
Oh, hey, there is a Ford GT. Cool. I didn't realize that.
He's gonna let go of Danny Nasir. Ooh, couple drivers now entering the pits now as we're actually entering the halfway stage of this one. Crazy how time flies.
Can somebody tell me how many DPI cars there are, by the way?
I think it's 5.
5 or 6, I think, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So Ricard into the pits now for his stop. The drivers say the fuel can make it, but the tires cannot. So it's a big risk if they do stay out. Ricard into the pits for his stop. Cautions can still happen at any time throughout this race.
Sean, make way.
Cole is still...
Sean. Oh, that's Seth. I read that wrong.
So Seth letting go of his fellow drivers there. He is a lap down. Ooh. I don't know what sound that is, but it does not sound healthy in that car. We look back at this battle here. Cole and Daniel Taberner both in for some positions here. As we see DeVille Park going off the track now. It's going to allow Daniel Taberner to get a way better run now. He's not going to have the slipstream. Until now. Now he actually does. The top 3. There we see Jaden Harrison, Kadeem Muhammad in pit road. DeVille Park now onto the inside. Tries to get any move done. No, he cannot. We see Seth Lee just missing out on the apex here. Battle for P13. DeVille Park getting the move on Michael McName. Daniel Taberner now 2 cars ahead of him. Ooh, bit of lag spikes coming from DeVille Park, the move being done up here, though, as Tavar pushing Cole Bradbury out wide. DeVille gets a drive-through for cutting the track. Lots of battles going on here. This is your battle for P2 for the GTE classes. This is your battle for P2 of the DPI class. Positions being made in pit road. Luca still under pressure of Kale, Vane, and Roper. There's battles everywhere you look at. I don't know where to look, honestly. Kale now, hungry, trying to look for positions. Marlon Young saying that was a close one. Trying to find where Marlon Young is. He's in the middle of nowhere as Curtis going through positions. He apologizes to his fellow drivers side by side now. Kale is with his fellow Porsche driver. Who is that up ahead? It's Cole and Tavar. Oh my goodness. Battles everywhere you look. We gotta take the drone camera out once again.
Oh crap, sorry.
There we see 2 cars ahead there. Kirill Chevette's yellows out. Local yellows just about there. There we see Tavar Clark on Cole Bradbury. Luca Andretta still defending from Kale. But it looks like we're gonna have a 4-car battle for P5 in the total standings, which is P2 in the GTE standings. You know what? It makes my life a little bit easier to watch these drivers. Curtis Gregory apologizing to someone there, probably causing some sort of incident.
Martin, can give me pass, please? Thanks.
Jaden Harrison now having to cut through as he's still on battle with Kadeem Mohammed. Jaden Harrison now really close on the rear of that DPI car. When we cut back to this battle back over here, Cole now really trying to put the pressure on to Tavar Clark. They've been battling all race long now. Back up to this battle here. Jaden Harrison now trying to get a good exit out of these last 2 turns. You got Brandon Smith on the apex. They're both going to get out the way and clear there. DeVille Park facing the wrong way almost. He already has a drive-through for speeding now. Cole Bradbury trying to defend. Tavar Clark losing out to Luca Andretta, who's now onto the inside now. Carnage ensues. Oh, contact now. Door to door. Contact between Cole Bradbury and Luca, as Luca's now gonna extend that. And Daniel Tabiner, yellow flags. Has he missed pit exit? Yes, he has! What?
That's right, Martin.
And oh my god, even more chaos! 3 wide almost! You don't see this kind of action anywhere else but here. Drive through for Kale, Vane, and Roper! Oh my, you gotta be kidding me! Cole now has 1 car less to worry about, as well as Luca and Tavar. Wow, what a battle here! Going up to this one here, Jaden sent it on the inside. Perfect time to come back and Acura versus Cadillac. They're side by side down the straight. Even more closer is this battle here. As they're at the end of the straight. Tavar Clark on the inside. Luca now on the rear now of Tavar. He's gonna lose that position. Back up to this battle here. So much action going on. Jaden Harrison on the inside. Kadeem Mohammed on the back. He's gonna have to let go of that move. And that's that. Basically done. Contact now. Tavar Clark getting a little tap on the rear from Luca Andretta. Kadeem Mohammed and Jaden Harrison are actually catching up to this battle that's going on up here. Everyone is closing up with each other. Luca now trying to look for the inside. Cole nowhere to go. He's just gonna have to watch these 2 Porsches. Almost both of them goes off the track. Tavar Clark now still stays ahead. Kale Roper is gonna have to call it into the pits. It's his drive-through penalty for him. Cole now side by side. Here comes the top 2. Or the top 3, I should say. They see the drivers up ahead. What does Cole do? He's on the outside. What a lunge from Luca Andretta. Does he get the move stuck? Almost they're side by side with him and Tavar. What a battle this is! Oh my goodness, this is definitely in contention for race of the year now. But we go to here. This is where it's gonna get interesting. Where's the drone camera? There's the drone camera. Oh my god, it's traffic paradise, Yuki Tsunoda would call it. Jaden and Kadeem having to cut through all these guys. Can Kadeem Mohammed get the move done? Tavar Clark now, he has his fellow Jamaican. Does he help him out? Just about. Kadeem Mohammed gonna follow through, 3 wide. Oh, that's very risky now. Kadeem Mohammed now on the rear of Jaden Harrison. Your battle for P2 overall and P2 in the standings for the DPI class. I'm losing my mind. He tries to tuck in, 3 wide, and Kadeem Mohammed and Jaden Harrison makes contact. Do they keep it alive? Just about. Kadeem Mohammed may lose a little bit of time, but it's better than nothing. Kadeem Mohammed still in this battle here. Wow. It looks like Jaden Harrison trying to get out of there. Luca Andretta staying kind of close. DeVille Park drive-through for speeding. 23 minutes left to go, and Martin Toth is nowhere to be seen because he's checked out of here a long time ago. When we look back at this battle here, Cole Bradbury now on the rear end of Tavar Clark. This is what Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club is all about. Cole is going to take it into the pits. It's undercut time, baby. Ferrari pit wall. Hey, it's time to get that one underway. The strategist ain't here. Bernardo got fired. Cole got nothing to worry about in the Ferrari. It's undercut time. What does Tavar react with? It's all up to him now. It's him and Luca Andretta who are now under pressure. So a couple of these guys going to be let through now finally. We do have a bit of moves and positions to watch back here as Curtis Gregory sees himself looking at the rear end of the BMW, where the BMW is looking at the rear end of another BMW. We look at Cole now. He's on pit exit. Kirill Chevets now on the front straight. This is kind of the race out of pit exit. We look at the rear view camera. Nowhere to be seen. Kirill is going to have to watch his fellow competitor exit the pitch just ahead of him. Lance gets a drive through for speeding now, who had worked himself up into P12 in the total standings. Kadeem Mohammed now back on the attack. Jaden Harrison now on the outside. And now what can Harrison do? Just stays behind him. Jaden looking for another place to strike. And Jaden looks like he might have got that wish come true as Kadeem goes a little bit wide there. Side by side now, Kadeem and Jaden. Kadeem's gonna win this one now. At this point, it's anyone's game. Ooh, Kadeem goes wide. Gets back on the racing surface.
Pass left, right.
Brandon Smith calling out. And he's just staying out of the way for his fellow competitors. Marco Eck Mazda exits out pit road. And here comes Jaden Harrison. Does not make the dive onto the inside. Jaden Harrison, so close. Marco Eck Mazda, the leader. Oh, Kirill Chevets faces the wrong way on track. The leaders are far behind. Well, I wouldn't say leaders. I would say the other drivers here. These guys are not leading. But your leader, Marco Eck Mazda, very far away from his fellow drivers in P2 and P3. Oh, Jaden! Very creative move. Sticking it onto the inside, diving out to the outside. The sun is setting. And when the sun goes down, chaos ensues. Seth Lee now trying to get out the way. 3 wide on the back straight. Jaden still holding on. What a battle these two have had throughout this race. Oh, contact! Jaden Harrison! What happened?
What was that, man?
Seth Lee! Not been paying attention, lost the brakes, what happened? I didn't see it, I have no idea what just happened there. Michael McName on the inside of Ricardo Misia. Curtis Gregory on the outside. The sun is coming down. And that was very weird. I don't know what happened at all. But Jaden Harrison, I think, was run into the back of by Seth Lee. Probably just not paying attention, broke too late. I really don't understand what happened. We were inside the car there, but chaos ensues. I finally get a moment to look into the chat here. What a boring race for the leader. Yeah, but Martin Toth is used to it at this point. He's just been dominating this one, 40 seconds the gap. It's absolute domination from the young man. At only 12 years old, he is chilling, like you say there in chat, Luca. So the drivers don't have to pit. It's not a mandatory stop, but there are a couple drivers who could still pit.
Deville inside Deville.
DeVille now calling inside contact! And what a bunch of lag. Oh my goodness. Contact made with Jaden Harrison. In DeVille Park, Seth Lee. He's called it quits. Our third retirement out of this one. He's had enough. And our only Ford driver out of this one. Michael McName off the track. Just for a moment there as he sees Curtis Gregory on the inside. The sun coming down. Curtis gets a drive-through. The nightmare is not over for Curtis Gregory. Drive-through for cutting the track. And he heads it into the pits. You just gotta feel horrible for Curtis. His second cut track. His second drive-through penalty in this one. That is mighty unfortunate. Danny Nasir! What? Danny Nasir drive-through for speeding as well! As the lights come up here at Circuit of the Americas, the carnage ensues. I can't believe it. Curtis gets his drive-through taken, though. I don't want to jinx it, but so far, this has been a caution-free race. We've had some spins, some drives in the wall, but nothing to cause a caution where we had to stop everyone in their tracks to reset this one. Copy, we'll look at it. So we did see earlier. We did see earlier that he had been teleporting a bit. Might have been the incident that led to Jaden Harrison now being 8 seconds behind. Not too sure what's going on with him. Lance Nasir, drive-through taken for him. Didn't even realize he had a drive-through. Tavar Clark into the pits now. So where is Cole? We saw him earlier. Is this the undercut? Look at that skybox, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to take a moment and just look at the sky here.
Martin, take me on the straight here.
Ooh, DeVille into the wall. He's out. Our fourth retirement now. Sun coming down here. Cole, let's go. Of him, of our race leader, Martin Toth, and Cole is going to get the move done. And the undercut has worked for Cole Bradbury. But yeah, this game, Assetto Corsa, came out in 2014. And I bet if I didn't tell you that now and you're new to sim racing, you might think that this sim was from 2023. That is how beautiful this game is and how realistic it looks. Massive props to the guys who have made this game look the way it does.
Left side.
Kirill letting go of Jaden Harrison as he's 5 seconds, 6 seconds. So you know what? Jaden Harrison is still a little bit quicker. Kadeem crosses the line, 2:03. Jaden Harrison gonna cross the line now. It's a 58.3. So Jaden is 2 seconds faster, and we still might find a battle to the end for P2. Danny Nasir gets his drive-through taken on track. No yellows have allowed Danny to recover from this race. But this still can happen. Keep that in mind. Luca, your second place driver in the GTE category. Contact! What has happened here? Kadeem Mohammed finds himself contact with Curtis Gregory. And check this out, Curtis now, where is he going? Is there a problem with the car? I don't know, but Jaden Harrison is now back ahead. I don't know what happened at all. But now we can watch back this battle again. Yippee. I don't know what happened though. What happened to Curtis Gregory? Contact. Maybe it might have been Kadeem getting a little too pushy when it comes to lap traffic. One thing's for sure though, Kadeem now once again has to get back P2. What a race this is. Wow. But your battle for P2 right now is Kadeem Mohammed and Jaden Harrison. It's the Barbadian versus the Jamaican. Kadeem now, it looks like he's getting a better run out here. Ooh. Kadeem getting very close to the rear end. But he keeps it alive, ladies and gentlemen. If you're now tuning into the stream, you are looking at what might be a classic finish to another Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club event. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. As we're on course to 300 subscribers, it would be awesome if we could hit that goal. Ooh, there we see positions being made. Marlon Young and Cole Bradbury together now. That Ferrari is flying here in the night. Marlon Young deep on the brakes. Currently sits P8 total. Kale and Luca very far apart from each other. I believe one of them did hop into the pits earlier on in this one. Back to this battle up here on the back straight now. Kadeem Mohammed still looking on the rear end of Jaden Harrison. Who's actually ahead of Jaden here? It is Daniel Tabiter. So this is not going to be a friendly sight to watch as he sees two DPI cars coming up fast. He's going to have to get out the way as soon as possible. Can Kadeem use this to his advantage? No, he cannot. And Daniel is going to let go of both of these drivers. And Jaden tips his hat on his way out. Marlon Young into the pits now. Looks like the fuel didn't make it for him. He comes in for his final stop of the day. Webster now around the final corner. Ricard and Michael McName approaching the front straight fast. Marlon still sits pretty in pit road. He's not going to keep that position, that's for sure. Still in pits now, he comes out, but it's a bit too late. He's going to lose out. Both of those drivers there. Here comes Daniel Tabiter. This might be the race out of pit exit now. Where is Marlon? There is Marlon. On pit exit there, he's going to have a way tighter line to maneuver around here. Daniel Tabiter now in the Ferrari. Teammate with driver in P7 in the total standings, Cole Bradbury for CBR Racing. Daniel now finally having some action for his own in this Ferrari here.
Left side, left side.
Jaden calling out to Ricard Gomicia as there we see four drivers, two of them with each other battling for positions. But both leaders here have found themselves very far apart from the competition. Martin Toth is a minute, 1 minute ahead of everyone else. I'll check after where Mazda is. We have a battle to watch here. It's your fight for P10. It's the last place in the points standings as Marlon Young is battling with Tabiter there. But side by side now down the straight. Michael McName on the inside. Gets the move done just about. Here comes Daniel Tabiter, Marlon Young, Daniel on the inside, Marlon on the outside. They're still side by side through here. Marlon holding off to keep that position alive. Michael McName now still ahead of Ricardo Gamicia, your final spot for the points. Can Marlon Young and Daniel Tabiter possibly work together, form an alliance in these last 10 minutes? And possibly get up to the cars ahead to fight for that last place for points? We're just going to have to find out very soon. 2:01 for Kadeem Mohammed. And 2 minutes for Jaden Harrison. Those are the lap times between these two guys who've been battling each other. Kadeem under a second. No DRS for you, sir. We do not have DRS. Looking in chat now, finally getting a chance to read it. Hayden Clampett, if bro wins by a minute, I'll follow up the hot sauce from Zwart Tops. Yeah, he's about 6 seconds clear of that one, buddy. Get the hot sauce ready. Ooh, Kadeem. Running a bit wide there. He's going to lose a bit of time. Let's see what else we have in the chat here. Marco living the good life. We have some cheers going on.
Take the inside, Martin. Didn't.
A lot of fans of Curtis Gregory, Colt Bradbury as well. But you guys look to be loving the racing that's going on out here. So Martin Webster now splits P2 and P3 now. So Jaden can try to get away as quick as possible. Martin Webster actually is going to make Kadeem's life a little bit easier. And let him have that move there. 7 minutes and 46 seconds to go. None of these battles are over yet. Daniel Tabiter now, still on the rear end of Marlon Young. Oh, but Luca Andretta enters the pits with his windshield wipers on. It's not raining, sir. Don't know why those are on. But interestingly, that is your driver who is in P2. So probably just did not have fuel to the end. Oh, no, he had a drive-through. Oh, that would make total sense. Now, you do see Brandon Smith running in P18, sadly last in this one. He had won the Daytona 500 virtual. But it looks like he cannot bounce off of that and continue his string of great results in circuit racing. 7 minutes to go. Our leader has sealed the deal on this one already. But P2 is not over yet. Oh, what a run from Kadeem Mohammed. Whoa. Jumped out of nowhere. If these two guys have an incident with each other, a caution could come out and really shake this race up. But Kadeem now trying to find a move in the Acura. Better run for him. If these two guys do make contact and crash, obscuring the track, the officials will call out a virtual safety car. But looks like right now they've kept it clean all race, and I think they might continue it. Harrison now on the inside, goes deep, hits the apex. Kadeem Mohammed now is going to have the drive out of it a little bit quicker now, but he still stays behind him. It's Acura versus Cadillac. Still, this battle for P2, 5/10 the difference. Harrison now extending that gap. Looks like the last sector basically dominated by him. Ooh, Tabiter and Marlon Young sweeping and trading positions as we look back here. On the rear end, actually, he's going to have to forfeit that.
Left, Luca.
Luca letting go blue flags. It's now Kadeem's turn. So he was a little bit too deep on the brakes almost. No, actually he gets that corner done. Now he's right back on it. 5 minutes to go, and we have 1 extra lap. Anything can still happen here. Check this out. On the last corner now, jumping onto the front straight, Marlon Young is going to have the slipstream behind Daniel Tavener. This race is going to finish in the night. I don't see this one ending in the day or the morning. Don't know if we have time for that. But now onto the back straight, Kadeem Mohammed still hunting down for that P2 spot. 4 minutes to go. Let's actually check out the time. In the server here, it is currently... Yeah, no, we have no time. 10 p.m. on the clock. Kadeem Mohammed now still searching. As Jaden Harrison catching up to his fellow Jamaican of Tavar Clark, who earlier had his own COTA troubles as Luca Andretta was fighting him for position. Jaden Harrison, I believe he's also live streaming on YouTube right now. So this perspective might just be amazing to watch. But here we go. Coming up now once again to the front straight. I think that might be Bradbury. Yes, it is, just ahead of them.
I'm in left pole.
Yeah.
Kirill, I'm lapping you.
Gets past him there. And Kadeem Mohammed's gonna follow suit. He cannot be left behind whatsoever in this one. Jaden gets a very good run out of here. Looking at this battle back here, Marlon Young still behind Daniel Tavener. It's the Guyanese versus the Englishman. It looks like Marlon Young trying to get it onto the inside. Ooh, Kirill Chavetz! Late stage into this race, gets a drive-through for cutting the track. And he wasn't even in the points to begin with. Still side by side, Marlon Young goes. He's gonna have to relinquish the space and work on trying to get this position back. Onto the hairpin now. Looks like Kadeem always catches up on this specific hairpin. That's for sure. We look at the front straight. No, it looks like he cannot get that move done, Marlon Young. Kadeem now is definitely running out of time. Ooh! Jaden leaves the door almost open for a second, but shuts it, forcing Kadeem to dive to the outside there. 2 minutes to go in this one. Very patient to see what happens here. Oh, Kadeem now really trying to find a place to put this car. At the end of this race, can I please have the top 3 for the DPI and GTE class to come to the end of turn 1? So that's as soon as the race finishes, I need the top 3 of the DPI class and the GTE class to arrive at the end of turn 1, and I need everyone else to just drive to the pits, please. Thank you. So Kadeem Mohammed now still running out of time. 5/10 the difference. 1 minute and 16 seconds to go. Late drama is still in the air for these two guys up here. We look at our top 3 here. Marco Ekmazda booked it, checked it out here. Currently leading 76 seconds, over a minute. Wow. Cale Vayner-Roper in P2 and Cole Bradbury in P3. Martin Toth P1 overall. Is looking for another dominant win. 1 minute and 17 seconds. P2, however, is still yet to be decided, as Kadeem Mohammed now has about 30 seconds and an extra lap to go before this race is complete. And I think Kadeem Mohammed now is getting a little more feisty. He knows time is running out. Oh, and I think he might be getting a little too hot under there. Oh, drive through for speeding Danny Nasir. Speeds into the pit lane. He might call it quits there. Not too sure. Kadeem Mohammed now has lost a second just from that small mistake. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the timer expires, and the leader has 1 lap to go. We will find out shortly when the final lap happens, but the leader has 2 laps to go. Jaden goes deep. Now it's going to get a little bit exciting here. They have one more car ahead of him to lap. Oh, but Kadeem getting a run of a lifetime here. Jaden Harrison now feeling the pressure. Goes onto the inside defense. Contact is made. They're still keeping it alive. They go around the final corner here. This should be their final lap of this race. Cale Vaden Roper gets out the way. Kadeem Muhammad now on the back straight. Kadeem now, I believe actually they might have 2 laps to go. Where the leader is right now, they're behind. The leader is behind them. So where he crossed it, it'll be the final lap. So these guys actually might have 2 laps to tango. What a race this has been from start to the very end. And what we're watching right now is a classic. The Lone Star Grand Prix at Texas. The Circuit of the Americas. Seeing another classic finish unfold in front of us. It's Jaden Harrison in P2 against Kadeem Muhammad, P3. Who is going to take the second and third step of this podium? Jaden now defending the inside. Kadeem sends it on the outside. Can he pull the switchback? We haven't seen this in a while. Kadeem, he has the move done, but for how long? Jaden Harrison has still a chance to send it on the inside. Kadeem Muhammad, he sees his fellow prototype car. It's Lance Nasir. Oh, here we go, 3 wide. Jaden gets the move done. Kadeem has to back out. Final lap for the race leader. These drivers, as soon as they cross the line, they're gonna have 1 more lap to go. Martin Toth on the back straight. They're gonna have 1 more lap to do it. And Kadeem is gonna have 1 more. Kirill gets that drive-through taken. Kadeem Muhammad trying everything in the book to get this one done. Contact is made once again in the same spot a lap before. We see moves being made back here. Ricardo Misia getting those moves done back there. Oh, very deep is Lance Nasir. I almost thought it was Kadeem Muhammad. Final lap for the top 2. Up here now. Oh, switches to the inside to the outside. Very slow is Jaden Harrison. He's gonna lose that position. He's going what? What's going on with Jaden? He's absolutely everywhere. I don't know what's going on with him, but one thing's for sure, around the final corner, it's dominant fashion for the 12-year-old. Martin Toth wins at COTA. The Lone Star Grand Prix goes to him. But this battle is not over yet, but I don't know what's going on with Jaden Harrison. There's something wrong. Has he run out of fuel maybe? I think he has. What's going on with Jaden? Jaden's pulling over! What? Jaden's on the side of the road! I don't know what's happened to him! He's out of fuel, I think! Luca and Tavar now together. And Martin Webster, he's out of fuel as well! I think he did cross the line though, has he? Yes, he has. Just about. Oh my goodness! Around the final corner, Marco Akmazda is gonna come across the line and win!
That was a phenomenal
man.
For the GTE class. Remember, top 3, front straight, top 3, front straight. Race is not over yet. Let's keep comms clear for now.
Yeah, I haven't finished yet, and I'm like P3.
But this race still not over yet for a lot of these drivers. But what an end to this one. Drivers running out of fuel. This battle's not over yet. Tavar Clark going deep. Oh, but Luca, has he run out of fuel? No, what's going on? They're drag racing. Nobody wants to give each other the slipstream. Oh my goodness. Luca and Tavar lifting with each other. They're going so slow. Oh no, they already won. They already crossed the line. My apologies there. I did not notice it. I almost stopped for a split second. They were kind of trolling each other there. Oh man, but what a race that was. Sunset Outrun get their driver on the top spot of the podium. What a race. Almost stopped for a split second. We might have been seeing a little bit of funny business out on track. top 3 front straight if you can. That's for the GTE class as well.
Yes. P3. Yes.
And what a race that was.
Big boy.
So just going through your top 3s before we get into the interviews. And the top 3 for the GTE class, it's Marco Ekmazda, Kale Vadenroper, and Cole Bradbury. For the DPI class, it's Martin Toth, Kadeem Mohammed, and Jaden Harrison. Let's start off with the GTE class, starting with P3. Cole Bradbury, you put that Ferrari on the bottom step. How's that race for you?
That is probably one of the hardest but most rewarding races I've had in my life. The fact that I had to push through, strategize well with other people's pit stops, using the Ferrari, which was struggling on soft, so I had to take mediums, and then again still had to pit halfway through. It's honestly a miracle that I ended up P3.
An honest race from you there. You put it all on the line. I do want to take a little step back from when you made one of your pit stops. Was that by any chance a little bit of a cheeky undercut from the drivers behind you and ahead?
Well, not really, because I had fueled the car to go to just over halfway. So my plan was pit in, because my tires were already on about 50%. In, pit, get out, pray that I can cut people, as you said with the undercut, pretty much.
Well, it definitely worked. We saw you in a 4-car battle for position at one point. And yeah, that Ferrari really was working out here at COTA. That's a wonderful race from you there, Cole. Congratulations on that P3.
Thank you.
And we look at P2 now. So we now go through the different pages here. Just trying to find P2 here. It is Kale Vadenroper. Kale, do we have you on a mic?
Yes, sir.
Kale, that was a wonderful race from you. We saw earlier you in a lot of heavy battles with your fellow Porsches, but you managed to put that car into P2. How was that one?
It was very difficult, but very fun. It was a bittersweet moment for the entire first half of the race because, you know, I was racing wheel to wheel with these very excellent drivers. It was very fun. But at the same time, this car, with fuel, I don't know if it was just me, but I filled up with fuel and the balance was completely different than in qualifying. So I was really struggling towards the end of the first half. So I knew that I just had to try and stretch the tires as much as possible. And here I am.
Yeah, wonderful stuff there from you there. That's a strong P3. Like we said, you're in some heavy battles early on in this race, but you managed to keep the car clean. You kept the nose clean, and at the very end, it's a very rewarding P2 for you. Congratulations there. And in P1, Sunsets Outrun. The chat's going crazy. It is Marco Ekmazda. Marco, what a race, man. That was total domination for you.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I mean, even though the setup wasn't perfect, it was just after T1, I had no competition pretty much, sadly, to be honest. From then out, you just have to manage the tires and keep penalties and mistakes to a minimum. So I'm very happy to be here. Thanks to Sunset Outrun for having me here. And yeah, I mean, hopefully next time I will have a little bit more competition. But it was definitely a nice race being this dominant.
For sure, man. That was just a great domination from you. Just something to put you on the map here at CMRSC and just say, hey, I'm the man to beat now.
Yeah, does it there?
Yeah, wonderful race there from you there. Congratulations on basically your first career win here. We call this a
Yeah,
win.
thanks. Yeah, I mean, last time was my debut.
That's true, yeah, and only your second race. You already put it on the top step. Congratulations.
Thanks.
That is your GTE class. Now we move on to the DPIs. And, man, this battle lasted this whole race. Both Kadeem Mohammed, Jaden Harrison, trading positions. What a race for both of you guys. I first want to talk to Jaden Harrison. Jaden, man, what a race you had from start to finish, but everyone is asking what happened at the very end.
Okay, so I calculated fuel for 60 minutes, and then across the line, it said 2 more laps. I'm like, oh no. And then I ran out of fuel.
Right, so I think the reason is because the leader was actually behind you guys. He was a couple corners behind. And so therefore it actually forced you guys to go 3 laps extra when you're only supposed to go 2.
Yeah, that's so. But I got a decent battle with Kadim almost the whole race. I got a good start off Martin, and then he spun out. I got some gap, but I had no pace. I got bad position, and from there on, it was just me and Kadim trading positions, wheel to wheel. Good racing from him. Good race.
Awesome, man. Much respect for your fellow competitor there, and that was a great P3 from you there. Congratulations. And in P2, you did get the move done. You got it stuck, and once again, man, that was just a chaotic battle. Kadim, how do you feel?
Man, it was great. Wait, you can hear me?
Yes, we can.
Right? Oh, all right. Yeah, it was great. I honestly thought I wouldn't have got past him because you could clearly see there's a difference between the 2 cars. Like, the Cadillac is strong at some parts and Acura's strong at others. So I thought I wouldn't have been able to pass him. But all around, it was a really good fight. It was real fun. But one thing I do want to say is the GTE car that just completely forgot to brake and just ran into Jaden, like, on the end of the back straight, just full on straight into him. That was unfortunate, but you know, it was fun.
I think the best part about that was just, well, we were in car when that all happened, and that was just a scary experience to see a flying Ford, but I believe it was just a little mistake there, no harm being done. But the best part was you guys did continue your battle right afterwards.
Yep.
It's a wonderful battle from both of you guys, and a well-deserved P2 from you. Congratulations, Kadim. And in first position with absolute domination, the gap difference between P1 and P2, 92 seconds. Martin Toth. Martin, do we have a mic on you?
Yes, I have.
What a race from you. Once again, just showing everyone that you're still the main man out here at CMRSC. How was that one for you?
Yeah, that was amazing, but I'm sad I spun by myself in first lap. But then I started pushing really hard, and I overtaken him and more people back, and I don't know, I was just pushing.
Yeah, after that spun, you kind of just went on your own mode there, and you just walked past everyone at that point, pulling off some lap times no one could be running throughout the entire week with race fuel. That was just an excellent performance from you there.
Yeah.
Indeed, man. Congratulations, sir. We hope to see you in the next one. And that is it. That's going to be it for the second round. Round number 3, we go to Sebring. But we are going to have to wait a month for that. That's going to be in March. Don't exactly know the exact date for that, but we are going to be going to the third round for IMSA. It's going to be at Sebring. Can't wait to see you guys there. But as for the current championships, next week we stay in America because it is time for the DTM cars to go to Laguna Seca. Can't wait for that one. Hopefully we'll see a crowd as crazy and as just fun to watch as this race here. Thank you everyone for coming out to this race here, almost breaking records. I think we had 23 racing in total. We did lose a bit, I think about 5 drivers in the process, but we're always happy to have you guys join us, and we can't wait to see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna go sign the stream off now, and if you can stay into the Discord chat and we can have a little talk afterwards. So what an event that was to the very end. Oh man, that was a great race. Me personally, I don't really like Circuit of the Americas too much. I'm not really big of a fan of driving on this track. It's not just tricky. I really only see 2 overtaking opportunities: the back straight and the front straight. But after this race, I am already in love with this place. Man, the Circuit of the Americas, the second round here. It is the only round that's actually not a part of the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Series in real life. As you know, we are trying to mimic that championship every week, but this is the only race that's not in that championship. We decided, hey, let's have a race every month, and I'm very happy we went here to COTA. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Join our Discord. My name is Rolly from Creepy Motor Racing Sim Club. Signing off. Good night.
Through the highways till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Turn us to thousands.